An offensive leader as well, pacing the way with 40 RBI this season. Styles leads it off with an opposite field base hit to right field. And hits it back to Wachenio, gets a glove on it, the flip from Agbayani, but not in time as Grassel is able to beat it out. So, two apiece, the pitch. Barbary lifts this one into foul territory along the left field line, and Cassidy Pickering is there for the first out of the inning. Now Zion Romero, first pitch swinging, and Sidney Barker with a double play. Steps on the bag at third, the toss over to first, and that ends the inning. As you take a look at the starting lineup brought to you by Capital One. Chopper over to second base, and Romero can't handle it. Kai Minor is aboard. And this one gets past Des Rivera behind the plate, and Minor now moving into scoring position. And that one ripped through the 5-6 hole, and now that loads the bases.
The numbers that OU puts up against those pitches.
That one ripped to first base, the play made, and how about the double play turn, and the defense doing an amazing job.
She has to place them perfectly.
And unable to do so, second walk of the inning, bases juiced once more for Alyssa Faircloth. The pitch, and got her swinging, the changeup there to fool Pickering and get out of the inning without giving up a run. Really helped to lift them in big moments as Kiara Sells grounds out to shortstop. To Keller. And Keller is able to get that one fair past a diving Sidney Barker at third base, and a stand-up double to lead it up, or rather with one out here in the second. In the circle. And the strikeout looking for Wachenio as Silva goes down. And the little dribbler back to Wachenio. The bounce and save, pulling Emmerly off the bag. The bases loaded now for the Dogs with 2 outs. And just able to lift it in the left field, but flying out to Cassidy Pickering to end the inning. The Dogs leave the bases loaded, nothing pushed across as we move to the bottom of the second. In a field that is wide open this season, OU has as good a chance as any as Lexi McDaniel slaps that one in to right field and flies out. And caught looking is Agbayani as she goes down. And that one over to Styles at short in the 6-3 put out. 3 up, 3 down for Faircloth in the second.
Major.
The 1-2 to Gressel, and Wachenio gets her swinging. So second strikeout of the ball game for Miley Wachenio. And the base hit here. So we have seen a base hit each inning off of Wachenio. Nadia Barbary with her first in Supers. That one inside and called for ball 4. And Romero trots to first base. And this one hits Keller, so the hit by pitch loads the bases for the second straight inning against the Sooners. And right back to Wachenio, who deflects it, the roller. Everybody's safe, and a run scores from Mississippi State as they're on the board. Now at the plate for the Bulldogs to potentially tack on more. Coming in charge of Gabby Garcia, an excellent shortstop. And second time that Kai Minor has been aboard. That one lifted Into the outfield, calling for it is Tatum Silva. Over Georgia, we saw the game suspended as Kendall Wells hits this ball deep out of the park into center field. Home run number 38 for the freshman Kendall Wells, and it gives OU the 2-1 lead. Home run 38. The 1-2 pitch to Gabby Garcia, who puts that one through the infield.
Kendall Wells incoming this year.
And Emmerling, line drive, home run shot, second of the inning for the Sooners. A 4-1 lead for OU. And just how the lineup always puts pressure on. Speaking of pressure, trying to bring down pressure is Cassidy Pickering, and she does. A solo blast into center field, third of the inning, and she now brings in number 20. And grounds it over to second base, and now 2 away.
There's not a hole in this swing. 7 home runs on the year and 13 stolen bases.
And lines that one out to center field to end the inning. Have been unreal off of those 2 bats as Desi Rivera tries to send this one deep into left field, and a solo shot as Mississippi State eating away at the lead. 4th home run of the season. And another walk right here. Comes over, and the grounder over to first base, and the force out at second as the play made by Isabella Emmerling. Berzon to Barbary as Barbary sends it into center field, and out number 2 collected by Minor. Over to Gabby Garcia, the quick flip to Agbayani at second base, and that ends the inning. And she goes down swinging as Sydney Barker is retired. Hello, junior PA announcer. Woo! Hot shot to third base, and it's a 1-out base hit for Kai Minor. Hosting Duke. The bouncer over to Morgan Styles, couldn't handle it, and Kai Minor motors around to third, runners at the corners now. Wells drops this one into left field, 84 RBI this season for Kendall Wells. Of 35 that was previously held by Jocelyn Allo. As Gabby Garcia goes down swinging, amen. Styles able to handle this one cleanly this time, and that ends the inning. A couple of runners left aboard, tacking on a little extra insurance. It's 6-2 OU as we head to the 5th. Yet another outing with 10 or more strikeouts in an NCAA tournament game. As the first batter, Carousel, is retired. Here's another one of them. As that one sneaks through. And the pinch hit single for Morgan Bernardini. Johnson's coming in relief. And that one, great glove from Gabby Garcia. We talked about just how amazing she is as a defender. And the special talent showing off right there. Mom, who was Hall of Famer at Arizona State. And how about the middle infield taking care of business as Agbayani collects it. A 9-pitch inning for Berzon and the Sooners. JT Gasso, the associate head coaches, as Cassidy Pickering goes down swinging. And there, bringing on cue, a 1-out base hit for Abby Dayton. Said, but you know what, DJ prepared me too. Got to give him some love. We bond over many things. You see what I'm saying? And what
Dayton,
a pick
wow.
from behind the plate as Rivera getting Dayton at first base to end the inning. A heads-up defensive play. Keep this new tradition alive. Even Barkley's shirt as Des Rivera starts off the inning with a roller down the third baseline. Fans coming his way. And we expect to see him out here tomorrow. And this one dribbles through the middle. And Rivera now 60 feet from home as the pinch hit, base hit. And this one punched into right field, the opposite field base hit, scores Rivera. And goes down swinging. Berzon records the second out for this Bulldog team. And that one getting past Wells, so the runners advance. The pitch. And that one pulled. Parker couldn't handle it, and a run scores. So continuing to chip away at this lead. You talked about it here. Morgan Bernardini, who had that pitch hit single last inning. That one getting past Wells, and just like that, the Bulldogs are within a run. And here it is, the shot up the middle. Bernardini with the second hit of the tie ball game. Bernardini ties it up with a base hit. Abigail Stevens gets underneath that one, sends it flying into left field, and that ends the inning. Stands in. Barker, who smacks it through the middle for a base hit. She had 13 hits in her last 8 games coming into today, and unloads on this one into center field, and a great snag by Tatum Silva, who was all the way to the wall of the warning track. And due to resume game 1 today at 5 p.m. as that one gets up the middle, and the hot shot from Ella Parker, her first base hit of the afternoon. And she faces off against Kendall Wells, who blasted into center field, her second home run of the game. This time, a 3-run bomb. Right, like you just felt this place, the atmosphere shift. And that one bounces off the umpire. And they talk about the hot shot, little rundown here as Gabby Garcia is caught, and she's tagged in the rundown for the second out of the inning. Super regional for Oklahoma as Pickering that clips Abby Dayton to load the bases here. The lefty turns it over to second base, and that ends the inning. Former OU softball player wanting to see if her team can mount a comeback. They're able to tie it in the 6th, and there another base hit as that one goes through the right side. The oppo single for Des Rivera. Absolutely, as that one lined out to Agbayani. Thought she may have had a play at first, but able to slide back there is Rivera, and one down.
To Richardson, and now a hitter's count for her to step into.
Good piece of hitting there as that one goes to the wall, a gapper, and scoring a run, the RBI double from Abby Grace Richardson. And this one gets past into right field, and driving home the run is Zion Romero. 2-2 pitch on the way. And well out in front, and records the strikeout. Huge K there for Audrey Lowry, her first of the afternoon. Another payoff on the way. Inside and walking home a run to tie the ball game. A great AB from Morgan Bernardini with a chance to go ahead for the Bulldogs. Charging in is Agbayani, and the throw off the mark, and 2 runs come across, and Mississippi State grabs the lead. The 2-2 to Ernstez. The dribbler back to Lowry, and the play made to first, but now it's OU's turn. In a Women's College World Series appearance, Sydney Parker lifts this one into right field. Underneath it is Sells, and she collects the first out of the inning. And Minor, the opposite field single into left. Or can Everett retire? That was a very close pitch for ball 4. And this one, handcuffed her, gets underneath it, and a huge out here for Delaney Everett and the Mississippi State Bulldogs to Gabby Garcia. And got her striking out to